Hey guys, hope everyone is doing well. This is a little bit of a different video than I'm used to making, so you'll have to bear with me if everything isn't perfect. I'm still learning new stuff all the time, but I thought it'd be a good idea to share with you guys the importance of backtesting and refining your strategy. It's something I was guilty of in my early days of trading, like 2 months ago. Was constantly looking for a new strategy when one didn't show me instant results. And I only started making real progress when I recognized that this is what I was doing, instead of just being patient and sticking with one strategy. So yeah, gathering data on your strategy is super important for a few reasons I'll go over. The main ones in my eyes being that you can get some sort of idea of how much profit you can expect to make in the live market, so your expectations stay like realistic. But the number one reason I think to gather data is so that you can gain a high level of confidence in your strategy, so it becomes extremely easy not to break your rules when you eventually enter the live markets. Personally, I use FX Replay for backtesting and Google Sheets for like gathering data and stuff, but you could use any software that works. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get into some techniques that I used in order to increase my win rate from like 41% to 56% and even beyond. I was fortunate enough to have a trading coach reach out to me through my videos and offer to coach me for free, but here's like the basics of what I learned from him. So first, detailed and well thought out data is one of the most important things when trying to improve your strategy, especially if you haven't yet found consistency in the markets. And whatever strategy you're using right now, I believe it could be profitable with the right approach. So here's exactly what I did. Basically, you had to analyze your own strategy and how you trade. This will obviously be different for everyone. Personally, I trade liquidity, supply and demand strategy. So with help from my coach, I came up with some variables that show up in each of my setups, such as the number of candles of liquidity that were present in the setup, if there was a fair value gap on the price lag towards the zone, and the speed of price to the zone. So you need to find these sort of equivalents in your strategy, variables that you notice in each one. Maybe for ICT, if it was inverse fair value gap, how many fair value gaps are in that lag, something like that. Like just for example, I don't know, but personalize these variables or confluences for your own strat. We're basically trying to find the commonalities between winners and losers, so we can get rid of losers and keep the winners. You do need like 100, 200, 300 trades in order for this data to be somewhat accurate. So definitely gather a lot of data. Here's the data that I gathered. I just did 103 trades first. This is no small task, by the way. This took me probably like 8 hours. Oh, I do want to show you guys this. I don't know if you know you can do this, but whatever program you're in for back testing, you should have a button like this. Say for example, you took a trade right here. You can press this camera button up here and you can press copy link. You can save that anywhere, like in your spreadsheet. You can save it here, because then when you go to that link, it'll actually show you that screenshot from the chart. Didn't know about that until like 2 weeks ago, so just thought I'd mention it. So after this, the fun part, you have to go through all of this data and calculate the win rate for when each individual variable is present in the setup. Then when you find the best ones, you can combine those top variables and see what kind of result you can get. Like here's the results for my base testing, 41.7%. Notice the trades are gain, and here's for 2 candle liquidity, 53.6%. So then I got rid of the body zone taps. So when there's a body close on my zone, I don't take those setups and I only take 2 candle liquidity setups. Just these 2 confluences increase my win rate from 41.7% in back testing to right here, 56.5%. So I'll be taking way less trades, only 69 trades compared to 103, but it's a bigger R gain. And this is just on one pair. So you need to find that happy medium where you're happy with the amount of trades you take and you're happy with the win rate. Like for example, the reason that I didn't choose this strategy here with the 67.7% win rate is because the trades dropped so much that it wasn't worth it to me. So to summarize, you have to be very intentional and thoughtful about the variables you're going to test and try to remove as much discretion from your backtesting as possible. Of course, there'll always be some discretion. Just try your best to limit it, because it will really mess up your results and make you unconfident in every setup that you take. And definitely do your best to be organized so you don't get like confused, discouraged, or unmotivated when looking at your data. This will make it much easier to understand the data and it'll yield the best results for sure. It's not going to be easy like in the slightest gathering data. It's going to take a lot of like focused hours, focused work. But if you're treating this like a business and you really want this to work, it'll be super worth it in the end. So sorry guys if this video wasn't like super organized, but I hope you could learn something. I post videos of me trading live every weekday. If that interests you, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, my Discord and my Instagram are in the description. So feel free to reach out to me and have a good one, everybody.